Alright, so I'm just going to have a quick chat about these two items here. One is we've got a our vacuum, Hilti Vacuum. It's a VC40. This is excellent, and it's got a clearing function in it, so while it's going, it'll shutter and actually clear the filter of dust while you're actually vacuuming. We'll be hooking this up today with our tool because we're going to cut bricks, and these are the two items that we use when we cut brickwork when we're doing meter box upgrades. And this is a DCH-300. It's a big grinder. I'll just grab it out of the box for you and show you. Nice big lead on it. So, and then the vacuum just hooks up straight into there, just clicks straight in, so that's good. So it creates no dust. And then I'll just put our big cutting saw on. It's got about 110, 120 mil cut on it. Doesn't really matter which way this blade goes on. It sits down there. Slide that nut down. And put our little socket now, we've just got to lock it. So if I press this little red device in there, that locks this, so I can actually do it up. So it's also got a really good safety mechanism on it. We had one time where this never got really done up, it was just hand tight, and I was using it. This came loose and the machine just shut down straight away. The grinder just shut down, so it's a real safe tool to use. Yeah, it's very, I'll show you how it cuts, how it makes it nice and safe. Now that we've got our blade on, we've got this little cover, and that just sits in here. There's a bar that sits at the very front there. So all I do is sit that on that little bar and then just slide it all the way down, and then this little piece here locks itself inside so it can't actually come out. So I push it down, just keep wiggling it a little bit, and that's it. And then you can adjust this to the cut that you want. And you see on the side here, that's the 120 mil cut that we can actually do. So I always leave it right up to that. That's what we want. The brick is 110 mil in depth. That's how thick a brick is. It's about 70 mil high and 230 mil wide. That's what a brick is. So when you're cutting, what makes this so safe to use? When you got up against the brickwork, you always cut above. And you start like that and it slowly goes in. So while the saw is actually in, this will actually be pressed up. Got the vacuum working here. And then you're just letting the weight of the grinder just go down and cut the bricks. This is the guide there that you got to line up. We'll mark the bricks. So that's what I'll be looking at there to make sure we've got a nice straight line. And we've got two wheels that it runs across on your job. So I'm pretty sure we'll be cutting, it's just going to be one wheel sitting on one side, and this is just going to be in the air because we're going to have our old meter box removed. And yeah, so you'll get to see all that in action, but this is the tools that I found the safest way to actually cut the brickwork. Rather than use a demo saw, it can actually flick out. Where this, once it's right inside the brickwork, it can't flick out, keeping it nice and close to the wall, and there's pretty impossible for the machine to actually come out. And with your vacuum hooked up to it, there's probably maybe 5 or 10% dust that'll come out. That's about it. This collects everything. So, but yeah, you do need a power source for both items. This is 2400 watt, and this is about 24, so they nearly draw about 10 amps each. So yeah, you're going to need 2 separate circuits or a good generator to run both of these items. So yeah, that's just a bit of info about these two items that we're going to use to cut the bricks today.